most common questions I hear, especially from people who are doing everything right, is I feel better, but why don't I look different yet? Why don't I see the changes quite yet? And what I want you to understand is this: that sequence is not a problem. It's exactly what the body is designed to do in order to adapt. When you start training consistently, fueling better, sleeping more, and managing stress, your body doesn't immediately change how it looks. It first will change how it functions. So the body will prioritize nervous system regulation, energy availability, recovery capacity, and performance and resilience. Only after those systems stabilize does the body visibly change in your body composition. So when people say they're feeling better, they're often noticing more stable energy, improved sleep, better mood, increased overall strength, less soreness, and improved stress tolerance. And these are not small wins. They are signs that key systems, particularly in the nervous system and endocrine system, are being more regulated, which is huge, a huge win. From a physiological standpoint, visible fat loss and body recomposition require a body that feels safe enough to change. So if your stress hormones remain chronically elevated from underfueling, overtraining, poor sleep, or just overall life stress, then the body will prioritize protection over aesthetic change. And that's why improvements in sleep quality, energy, and recovery often show up first. They're the prerequisite for adaptation and body composition. Now, this sequence is supported all by research. A 2014 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that individuals who improved sleep duration and quality during a fat loss intervention lost more fat and preserved lean mass than those who were sleep restricted, even when the calories were similar for both groups. In other words, internal regulation influenced external outcomes. This is also why strength gains often appear before visual changes. Early strength improvements are largely driven by neuromuscular adaptations, so improved motor unit recruitment, coordination, and efficiency, not actually muscle size. Your body is learning how to move better before it can build and reshape that tissue. And that's progress even if it doesn't show up in the mirror yet. There is also strong evidence showing how stress regulation impacts visible results. A 2018 study published in Obesity Reviews examined why some individuals experience stalled fat loss despite consistent exercise and being in a caloric deficit. The researchers found that chronic physiological stress and elevated cortisol were associated with reduced fat loss and impaired body composition changes, even when the training volume was adequate. What mattered most wasn't effort, it was the body's perceived ability to recover. This helps explain why improvements in sleep, energy, mood, and stress tolerance often come before changes in appearance. The body needs a lower stress internal environment before it relocates energy toward fat loss or tissue remodeling. Changes in body composition, fat loss, muscle gain, recomp, whatever it may be, take time because they require sustained energy balance and recovery over weeks to maybe even months. They are lagging indicators. If you interrupt the process too early because you don't see changes yet, you often miss the phase completely where visible results would have started. Now, this phase is frequently misinterpreted as, it's not working, I need to do more, I should cut more calories, I should add more cardio. But physiologically, this is often the worst time to make any aggressive changes because the body is mid-adaptation. When you start to feel better, more energetic, stronger, calmer, that's not a prize. That's confirming that the system is working. Visible change tends to follow once the body has enough consistency and recovery to allow it to. So if you're in a phase where you feel better but you don't look dramatically different yet, I want you to hear this. You are not behind, you are not stalled, you're not doing it wrong, you're moving through the process in the correct order. feeling better is not separate from progress. It's the foundation that makes visible progress actually possible.